Howdy guys, Jimmy Song here. In this video, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin Cash and the upcoming fork that's scheduled to happen. If you're not familiar, what Bitcoin Cash does is after they hard fork back last August, they had a scheduled hard fork every 6 months. So the first one I think was around May, and that went without too much of a hitch. But there's been some strife over what's happening in the past few months, and there's a scheduled hard fork on November 15th, and there are right now two camps, or maybe even more. One is Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin ABC. And then there's the other one, which has Jihan Wu, Roger Ver, and Amory Sachet, and some others. And then another site called Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, which is Craig S. Wright and Calvin Ayre and so on. And basically, they have various conflicts about a particular opcode or whatever. But this has been brewing for a while, and we've known about this. But it's coming to a head next week, right? Like it's coming to a head very, very soon. So. It's an interesting thing to be watching, and we're all obviously curious as to what's going to happen. If you watch the Bitcoin Cash community, they're all sort of arguing about it. There's a lot of people that are trying to figure out what's going to happen. There are a lot of exchanges that are, coming out and saying we'll support this, or here are the rules, or we're going to suspend payments. In some ways, this is much easier for the exchanges to do because they had to deal with this last August when Bitcoin Cash split from Bitcoin, and now they're going to have to do the same thing with Bitcoin Cash. There's a lot of different things going on, a lot of moving parts. There are some people that are trying to trying to do some sort of compromise. There are other people that are talking about what do we follow? Is it the miners? Is it the economic majority? A lot of similar arguments that were around back last August are coming back again for Bitcoin Cash. Like there's apparently a good deal of hash power that Craig and Calvin managed to get. So there might be more hash power on Bitcoin SV versus Bitcoin ABC. Bitcoin ABC, on the other hand, has RBTC and Bitcoin.com and many others. The interesting thing is a lot of people are trying to spin it as this showing that Bitcoin Cash is decentralized. No, that's not how it works. There are clear leaders that are trying to emerge out of this thing. The only reason that Craig S. Wright and Calvin Ayre feel like they can, do what they're doing is because they get to lead the thing, lead Bitcoin Satoshi's vision, and tell it what to do, and so on. Very similar to what the Bitcoin Cash people thought. It was. Largely funded by Bitmain. They thought that they could figure out what's going on with, or they can influence the development track of Bitcoin Cash, and they certainly have. They've enabled all these opcodes and so on. We'll see exactly what happens. There's a possibility of a third or a fourth hard fork or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing keeps splintering for a while. I did notice that Bitcoin Cash did go up recently. I don't know if that's due to people thinking that they'll get more coins. Traditionally, when forks have split, at least right away, the price after the split tends to be a little higher than before. I don't know if this will buck the trend or will continue on that trend, but that may be traders trading. We'll see how this sort of ends up flowing. There's a lot of different things going on, guys. Watch this channel, keep me updated to keep updated. If you have any comments or insights on any of this or questions that you want me to answer, please let me know. This song is done.